So this video is going to be part two of talking about Sabbath, a day of rest. And this one's going to be kind of the more nuts and bolts, thinking through what it would look like to actually practice this. So I think most people think, yeah, this sounds like a great idea to take some time to rest, to take some time to enjoy things and relax and enjoy God. And I think when I was first studying Sabbath, when I was first starting to try to practice it, my kind of thought was, look, we're really busy. The routines, probably every little bit is just as good. So I'll take 2 hours here, 2 hours there, and that'll be my Sabbath. And I think, yeah, it's probably better than nothing, but I think not much. I think there's a reason God asked us to give up 24 hours, a seventh of our week, for letting go of our false identities, for connecting, for relaxing in His presence, for worship, um, for real relaxation. And I just think we simply cannot drink from that deep water that He has for us, that deep refreshment He desires, without that amount of time. We just can't get it at our convenience when we have a moment off, 2 or 3 hours at a time. And so, yeah, that's probably better than nothing. But let's shoot for actually taking 24 hours off as we can. And there's different ways to practice this. Traditionally, people did sundown to sundown. So imagine like a Saturday night to a Sunday night. That would give you kind of Saturday morning for whatever activities are going on. It would give you, Sunday evening to kind of get back into your routine and do things. So I know that works for a lot of people. Other people kind of prefer a full period of waking. So, from when you wake up around breakfast till the evening when you go to bed, that's entire thing is Sabbath. Now, the first thing I think most of us think when we hear about this is like, that's impossible. I have so many things going on. There are so many things jumping on my calendar, so many responsibilities. That's just not possible. And for many of us, I think that's actually true. I think it's actually true because of the routines and the rhythms and the expectations we have for ourselves to let people and society crowd in on us on those. And again, I'll remind us, this isn't a gift. This isn't supposed to feel like a burden. That this is a gift. This is something God asks of us because He loves us and He wants us to be free. And so the effort of clearing our calendar, the effort and intentionality and preparation required to actually get this period of rest in God's presence and enjoyment. It takes some work. It takes some intentional choices leading up to it, but I think it's worth it. It's worth fighting for. So some of the important questions to think through is, okay, when would this time actually be for me? What would actually work for me and my family and my responsibilities? A lot of people, because of the aspect of worship they want to add in, will of course pick Sabbaths as Sundays. That's the Lord's Day. It's when Jesus came back to life, and that's a very traditional one for Christians to celebrate. For me personally, that doesn't really work. I'm a pastor. I am working a lot of Sunday, teaching and leading and that kind of thing. And so the idea of one of my biggest work days being a Sabbath is kind of a joke. And so there's other people that work weekends. There's other times people may find themselves too stressed going into a Monday to actually have it be Sunday. So there's no one way to do this. You pick a time that works for you and your family. I think we need to ask ourselves the question of, are we introverted, extroverted? Is being around other people, in fact, going to be different enough and bracketed enough? Or should I spend this time by myself, kind of depending on who you are in your family situation? That can be very, very different. You need to ask yourself questions around, like meal preparation. Is that something that is stressful to me, or is it something that is relaxing? It's a gift. It's a way to enjoy things in God's presence. What other types of routines and things are crowding in? Do I have other activities? Do I have to take my kids to sporting events? Are there public events that I want to be part of? Are Saturdays usually busy? These types of questions and other people's expectations of our availability are the type of things we need to work through in thinking a Sabbath. Again, a Sabbath should be something that feels different. There's an aspect of stopping most of our normal routines. There's an aspect of adding special things of enjoyment. And there's an aspect of looking for special, probably quieter ways that we're able to connect with God. So that was kind of a quick run through of just the intentionality that's required for Sabbath. I would encourage you, if you are thinking through this, I'm available, other people are available to help you just look at your calendar, look at your routine, help you design something that will be meaningful and life giving. And I would encourage you to look at a lot of the questions in the primer as well. Those are designed to help you think through what are some of those aspects. So, again, I would encourage you, it may sound or feel a little impossible, but I think striving for a good Sabbath, enjoying God's presence, being freed of our expectations of being people who do, is worth the battle. You want to connect with God and understand who He is. This practice is invaluable. So let's just struggle toward this. Let's see if we can figure this thing out together.